10 interesting facts about the solar system. With so many fascinating solar system facts to choose from, we've narrowed it down to 10 of our favorites. Our solar system is made up of the Sun and everything that orbits it, including the 8, once 9, planets we all remember from elementary school. But, as diverse and fascinating as the planets are, they are only the beginning. Comets, asteroids, dwarf planets, mysterious moons, and a slew of strange phenomena that defy explanation are among Earth's space neighbors. Scientists have discovered ice-spewing volcanoes on Pluto, and Mars has a canyon the size of the United States. There could even be a massive, undiscovered planet beyond Neptune. Keep watching for some of the strangest facts about the solar system. Number 1. The solar system is really, really big. In 1977, NASA launched the Voyager 1 spacecraft. More than 3 decades later, in 2012, it became the first human-made object to cross the heliopause, or the edge of the heliosphere, and enter interstellar space. That's the point at which the majority of the Sun's ejected particles and magnetic fields dissipate. However, if we define our solar system as the Sun and everything that primarily orbits the Sun, Voyager 1 will remain within the confines of the solar system until it emerges from the Oort cloud in another 14,000 to 28,000 years, according to NASA. Number 2. Uranus spins sideways. Uranus is typically depicted in classroom solar system models as a featureless blue ball, but upon closer inspection, this gas giant of the outer solar system is quite strange. According to NASA's Uranus guide, the planet first rotates on its side, appearing to roll around the Sun like a ball. The most likely explanation for the planet's unusual orientation is that it was involved in an ancient titanic collision. The tilt of Uranus causes the solar system's most extreme seasons, according to NASA. The Sun shines directly over the planet's north or south poles for about a quarter of each Uranus year, or 21 Earth years, as each Uranus year is 84 years long. That means that for more than 2 decades, half of Uranus will never see the Sun. Number 3. Jupiter's moon Io has towering volcanic eruptions. When compared to Earth's peaceful moon, Jupiter's moon Io may surprise you. The Jovian moon has hundreds of volcanoes and is the most active moon in the solar system, with plumes of sulfur reaching up to 190 miles into its atmosphere. According to NASA, each second, Io's volcanoes emit 1 ton of gases and particles into the space near Jupiter. The immense forces that Io is subjected to while nestled in Jupiter's gravitational well and magnetic field are responsible for its eruptive nature. The insides of the moon tense and relax as it orbits closer and farther away from the planet, generating enough energy for volcanic activity. Scientists are still trying to figure out how heat spreads through Io's interior, making it difficult to predict where volcanoes will exist based solely on scientific models. Number 4. Mars has a volcano bigger than the whole state of Hawaii. While Mars appears to be quiet now, gigantic volcanoes once dominated the planet's surface. Olympus Mons is the largest volcano ever discovered in the solar system. The volcano is 374 miles across, roughly the size of Arizona. It's 16 miles tall, or 3 times the height of Mount Everest, the world's tallest mountain. According to NASA, Olympus Mons is 100 times larger in volume than Hawaii's Mauna Loa volcano. Scientists believe that volcanoes on Mars can grow to such enormous sizes because gravity on Mars is much weaker than on Earth. Furthermore, unlike the Earth's crust, the Martian crust is unlikely to move. A hot spot in the mantle created a chain of volcanoes in the crust cruising by above it, so if the surface of Mars isn't moving, a volcano could build up for longer in one spot. Number 5. The largest valley on Mars could eat the Grand Canyon for breakfast. The immense system of Martian canyons known as Valles Marineris is 2,500 miles long, more than 10 times the length of the Grand Canyon on Earth. Valles Marineris eluded early Mars spacecraft until it was discovered by the global mapping mission Mariner 9 in 1971. And what a sight to behold! Valles Marineris could stretch from coast to coast across the entire United States. Number 6. Spacecraft have visited every planet. We've been exploring space for over 60 years and have captured close-up images of dozens of celestial objects. We've sent spacecraft to all of our solar system's planets, including Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, as well as 2 dwarf planets, Pluto and Ceres. The majority of the flybys were made by NASA's Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 spacecraft, which left Earth more than 4 decades ago and are still transmitting data from interstellar space. Thanks to an opportune alignment of the outer planets, the Voyagers visited Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Number 7. Mercury is still shrinking. Mercury is already the solar system's smallest planet, excluding Pluto, of course, and the second densest after Earth. And it's getting smaller and denser all the time. For many years, scientists believed that Earth was the only planet in the solar system with tectonic activity. That changed after the Mercury surface, space environment, geochemistry, and ranging, MESSENGER, spacecraft completed the first orbital mission at Mercury, mapping the entire planet in high definition and examining its surface features. MESSENGER data from 2016 revealed cliff-like landforms known as fault scarps. Because the fault scarps are so small, scientists believe they were formed relatively recently and that the planet is still contracting 4.5 billion years after the solar system formed. Number 8. Neptune is too hot. Neptune is roughly 30 times farther away from the Sun than Earth, so it receives less heat and light. However, it emits far more heat than it absorbs and has far more activity in its atmosphere than planetary scientists would expect, particularly when compared to nearby Uranus. Scientists aren't sure why Uranus is closer to the Sun but emits roughly the same amount of heat as Neptune. Winds on Neptune can reach 1,500 miles per hour. Is that all energy from the Sun, the planet's core, or gravitational contraction? Researchers are working hard to figure it out. Number 9. The solar atmosphere is much hotter than the Sun's surface. While the photosphere on the Sun's visible surface is 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, the upper atmosphere has temperatures in the millions of degrees. It's a significant temperature difference with no explanation. Lepidus, Saturn's moon, has a very dark hemisphere that faces away from the planet and a very light hemisphere that faces toward Saturn. Number 10. Saturn's yin-yang moon. Most asteroids, moons, and planets have relatively uniform surfaces, but Iapetus occasionally shines brightly enough to be seen by Giovanni Cassini's telescope in the 1600s, and then dims by several magnitudes when oriented in the opposite direction. According to current research, Iapetus, also known as Saturn VIII, is mostly made of water ice. Scientists hypothesize that because the moon's darker side faces the Sun, water ice sublimated away from that area, leaving darker rock behind. As dark material heats up faster than bright, reflective ice, this could have resulted in a positive feedback loop. As the darker, warmer side of the moon lost ice, it became easier to heat up each time it faced the Sun, hastening the loss of more ice. There you have our 10 interesting facts about the solar system. If you like these videos, please show us some support by liking, sharing, and leaving a comment on what you want to see next.